Hi guys, welcome to Tech Geek. So today I'm back with another Leetcode daily challenge problem. That's buy and sell stocks 4. So talking about why I'm not making videos every day, having been pinged by many of you for the videos. So basically I'm preparing for Google. I have opportunity there. So the last rounds are remaining. Hope so that works well. So let's see what goes on. So just making clear, sorry for not being available, but for about the job opportunities, I keep on posting them daily on my LinkedIn as well as Telegram channel. So it's better if you join that if you're looking out for jobs, changes, or referrals. Okay, let's see what the question and what we have in this. So this is the fourth version of the best time to buy and sell stocks. The initial ones are like you can say an easy to difficult one. This type of question basically belongs to the DP part, that's dynamic programming. Quite tricky one, so termed as hearts. Now let's say what the question says. The question says you are given an integer array, that is prices, where the price is the price of a given stock on ith day. Okay, and you have been given one integer. Now what you have to do is you have to maximize the profit. Whenever you buy or sell a stock, there is a profit only when the selling price is higher and the bought price is lower. The maximum difference will be there, then only we'll get a max profit. But now we have been given a K that says that you have to complete at most K transactions. Okay, now there comes out a constraint that says you have to complete at most K transactions. I hope at most word is clear with you. At most refers to from, let's say, 0 to K. Okay, this is what at most means. Like number of transactions could be from 0 to K to maximize the profit. Now you must not engage in multiple transactions simultaneously. That means before buying another stock you must sell the first one again. Okay, let's say you cannot perform buy sell sell, buy and sell simultaneously. Now you have been given an example. K equals to 2, 2, 4, 1. Now let's see this example first here. K is 2. This is your prices array. Okay, 2, 4, 1. Now before using without using anything or that comes in your mind, let's just see it. Initially it was 0. Oh, sorry, initially there was nothing. You saw the price is 2, and in the coming day if the price is 4, obviously you will get a profit. Okay, coming out to the next one. If you bought on 2 and the price goes to 1, you will be at loss. So obviously we're not considering this. Now, if you bought at 4 and sold at 5 or sold at 1, you will be at greater loss. So what is the optimal thing that comes out? The optimal things comes out that buy at 2, sell at 4. In that case, your profit comes out to be 2. Now, what if we change this a little and add few things more? Okay. I'll just add few numbers which is not 2, 4. Let's say this was 5, 1, 9. Let's say this is our array now. Again, coming to the same thing. If you bought on this day, okay, you'll check the selling procedures. Now, selling, whenever you sell, you must see that buy price should be less than the selling price. Now, what are the conditions? 4. Yeah, 4 is greater. So, what could be the profit? The profit here would be 2. Okay, let's consider it at once. But if we see, are there another great good numbers? Yeah, there are 2 and 5. Okay, the price goes out to be 2 and 5. What is the difference? 3. This seems out to be better option. Coming to 1. Is it fine? Like if we go no, that's a loss. So let's take it as 0. We are not doing anything. Or let's write some any sort of anything. Coming to 2. Now 2 and 9. Obviously this is a greater profit. 7. This was when we completed one transaction. But as said, we can complete at most two. So let's consider condition that we have another transaction that happens. Okay, let's consider we have another transaction that could happen. So what we have to do in case of NA, in case of NA, what we'll consider the profit that was occurred previously. That means we didn't sell on first. We considered that we sold on the first day that was prior to. Okay, so this is what we'll consider. Now talking about this second transaction. Now again the thing comes out to be zero. Obviously nothing possible. Talking about two. Now if you took on this, sold on this, the same thing comes out 2 and 2. So let's take the greater one. So greater is obviously 2. Coming here, if it sold on 2, okay, what you have to do, I'll just explain you. You sold on 5 for this, okay, bought on 4, and your previous day profit. Your previous day profit was this. Again, you sold on 2 and your previous day profit. So which is higher? Okay, that's what you are considering. So in that case, your previous day profit gives 4 and this gives 3 plus 3, 6. Okay, let's come here. Again, you sold on first 213. Again, let's see what could be the possibility. If you sold on fourth, no, not possible because it's 1. So obviously the price remains the same. That's the previous day profit. Previous day profit here comes out to be 3. Coming to 9. Now 9 will check what are the conditions that goes on. 9 minus 1, that's 8. Obviously a higher profit that comes up. Okay. But taking up the previous day profit, it gives 11. Okay. Previous day profit gives 11. So according to this, which is the higher one? 11. So what could be the condition we went through? The conditions we went through is, okay, sorry, I just wrote it in a different way. This is 8. Yeah. What we went through is that we took one transaction as this and one transaction as this. Okay. That's how things go up. Now this is what you need to do now. Let's just frame it up. What you are doing is you have a profit, okay, and you have some transactions, that's k transactions, and you are at that ith, that's day included. So for that particular transaction an ith day, what would be your value? Your value will be the maximum of, okay, the profit of that transaction. Let's write a transaction, okay, whatever you want, the previous day with maximum of whatever is the price now, price at that day, comma, price at the other day, that's j. Okay, we'll be running two loops plus the profit of the earlier day, the day, the thing we were following, the profit of the other day. This is what we are doing, and now each of us goes on. Okay, j is actually your 0 to I minus 1, because we are running two loops in this case, and we'll be checking like which goes better and which goes not. But if you talk about this kind of condition, what we are doing is we are running, I is also going from 0 to n, j is somewhere going from 0 to n, then we have the k loop, so n square k, which is not at all optimal. We are checking each and every condition and this goes on to be n square k, so this is not optimal. So what we need to do is we need to improve it somewhere. So what we can do it, we can improve it by checking the maximum profit gain by selling the shares on the ith day at some constant time. That's a constant day we are considering. Okay, and then we can notice what would be the difference that occurs. So that difference is what we need to improve. If we do the same part just to reduce it into the value, that's n into k. Okay, that's bring it out into, you can say, kind of quadratic format. If we do that, in that case what we'll do, the profit would be for that day, for that transaction, that day would be the maximum of profit of transaction on the other day, comma, the price on that day plus the max of the difference we had, that's the previous difference which we were taking, and the profit on the earlier day, earlier transaction, minus the price. So this is how you can get the actual profit that's being done. Okay, this is kind of removing it and making it a quite easy one. You can say, now let's see some the second one also. I'll just explain you that too in a different way. Okay. This is our array. Okay, k is given to be 7. Okay. Now this is your array that's given, and you have been given a value that's, sorry, k is 2. I just wrote 7, so sorry. Your k is given out to be 2. Now you have to decide what you have to do, which particular condition would you be applying. Just give it a thought. What we have two options. Two particular transactions have to be completed, and the thing what we have to do, we have to maximize the word, that's the profit. Now that's what we need to do. If we actually see something like, whenever we deal with our profit based questions or anything like that, what we do is we take the maximum rift. Maximum rift is the maximum difference, that's the higher selling price and the lower buying price. So that's what we'll be using now. We have a price window. Okay, now using this price window, what we are doing is we are taking a transaction. Let me do this. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have these 5. So for these 5, what we'll be doing is, let's do this, and then we have k equals to 2. So for k equals to 2, let's write this. Okay, this is your array now. Initially make sure all the 0th indexes are 0. That means you're not doing anything. Okay, now when you buy on that day, what you have to do, you have to maximize the profit of I minus 1th day. Now that's what we need. Let's consider in the first day, that's 2. You sold on 2, bought on 3. Okay, you sold on 2, bought on 3, plus your earlier day profit. This gives minus 1. This gives your minus 1, obviously, which is not optimal. And your previous day profit was 0. So in that case, your result should be maximum of this. So it gives out to be 0. Coming to the second one, 6. 6 minus 3 and 6 minus 2. Previous day profit 0, which is maximum, take the maximum value. 3 and 4. 4 is your maximum. Max of 3 and 4 comes out to be 4. Take 4. What we are doing, we are checking which is the optimal result. Again come to 5. Check for all of this. 5 minus 3, 5 minus 2, 5 minus 6. Plus your earlier day profit. Earlier day profit is again 0. So 2, 3 and minus 1. Which is the maximum? 3. 3 comes out to be from this. 5 minus 2. Again coming to 0. Okay. Now 3 was coming out to be this. What you have to do now? Once you have 3, you have to check, is this 3 greater than the previous transaction? Is it so? Is your 3 greater than the previous transaction? No. So what we are going to do, we are going to take the previous transaction only. So this is where you go. While taking out the difference, make sure that it is greater than the previous transaction. Greater or equal. Okay. Only then you will consider. Otherwise, take the previous transaction. Why? Because we need to maximize the profit, and that's the main base condition that goes on. So make sure to maximize the profit. Now, again talking about this another one, that's 0. Same thing comes out to be 0. It's not possible. Take the previous profit for 3. Is it possible? 3 minus 0. In that case, if you check, it's 3 minus 0. It's 3. Previous day profit was 0. That's the above one. Previous day profit for that particular transaction was 0. So it's 3 again. Maximum will be 4. Now, if we had just one transaction and we had to find the difference, this would be your result. But now we have the second day transaction too. Let's come to the second day now. Again coming 2 minus 1. Again the same thing, 0. 6 minus 2. No. 6 minus 2 is your this previous transaction comes out to be 0. What is the possibility that comes up? 3 and 4. Maximum of 3 and 4 is again 4. So your answer comes out to be 4. Next, come here. Check this 5. 5 minus 6 goes up. 5 minus 2 and 5 minus 3. These are the possibilities that you will check. Again, the maximum comes out to be 3. But what is the maximum here? 4. Consider the previous transaction. Right? Again coming to 0 now. Now you have the 0 value. 0 value, again you will check the same thing. This is the secondary transaction. Just keep that in mind. So 0, things go on. Again 4, maximum comes out to be 4. Come to 3. Now check for this 3 one. What we are doing is, when we are on 3, we'll check for 3 minus 3, 0. 3 minus 2, 1. 3 minus 6, not possible. 3 minus, not possible. 3 minus 0, 3. So maximum difference comes out to be 3. Okay. Take the previous profit. Previous profit is 4. 3 plus 4. Max comes 7. Now out of this 4 and 7, obviously 7 was the maximum. So you will take 7 as maximum. So if you see, the result now is your last value. That is 7. So what we actually did in this thing, oh, I'll say, what we actually did for this particular condition, let's say for every k, or let's write this, for every k, and let's have some value of I, what we were doing is, we were taking the value of that prices. Okay, we were taking the value of that prices first of all, and then checking for that value plus the DP of that index. That is the biggest thing we, I hope you guys know it or not. Let's just have go through first and check. For every value, what we are doing is, we are taking the prices. This, okay, this was a prices first of all. Make sure whatever you do, we are taking this prices up to whatever value it was. It was 0 from 0 to 2. This k went from 0 to 2. What you will do, you will take the price of j minus the price of your k value, okay, plus dp of whatever your value was. If you are at 1, This will be x minus I minus 1, and this goes with k. This is the proper condition that you will follow. I hope this was clear. If not, then please have a go through once again. Keep with you can say, you can keep stopping the video, check it on your own, because that's what's important. You just have to keep a track of this table, how each and every past element is going on, and we are comparing it. And you have to take the maximum value of it. Okay, let's see the code. Now this is a bit optimized code, because instead of taking all of this, as you can see, we are just considering the previous one while comparing. So what I did was I just took the previous ones instead of this. So that's the code. You can go up with the order of nk code too. This is order of k code into n. Sorry, this is order of nk code when you have optimized the space. And to most of you, I like that you can try on your own, because that's what's important when you are trying out a DP question. Don't go with the solution, just try it on your own. I'll just give you an example what we are doing for the same thing what we did for k going from 0 to k. We were giving an example, so it's not going from 0 to k, it's just going from 1 to k, the same thing that comes up. The 0 0 elements have been with 0 0, that's why we are running an opposite loop comparing the maximum prices. The same thing we did, it's done in opposite way. Where we had the answer in the last box, here we'll have the answer in the first box. That's it. I hope the question is clear. If there are some doubts, then do let me know. Sorry for having such a lengthy video, because this was a tricky question and needs to be explained very well. And for all those looking out for job opportunities, referrals, I have referrals for my own organization, so you can ping me anytime. Keep following Tech Geek and do join the channel on Telegram for latest job updates. Thank you.